copied it already.
Okay. Browser, and then Control V.
Yeah. Change width to 1,000. Press OK and apply.
How come I have this? That's a strikeout.
Go back there again. Right, get scoreboard link. That's what I did. That's a copy the clip.
Ball to Olvera. Okay. Is that another ball? I'll make the count full. Oh, yeah. Looks like we got it. Okay, so now.
Let me see what it says. Press OK, yep. Just make a resize the page during game, blah, 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 to fit half the screen. Yeah. How you have it's probably good.
Okay, it's top. That'll be all four. Okay, so there's one out. Okay.
One out.
Now reset the count. Alright, I'll go ahead and start announcing. And welcome everybody to this recording of your Ventura County Pro-Am Bucks taking on the LA Legends here at Long Beach City Council. We come into the game with one out and a runner at first. That runner at first is Alex Olvera, and Brody Romero takes strike one. And that pitch to Romero is a ball, so 1-1 is your count. We got ones across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Pitching for the LA Legends is Anthony Hoya, number 29, as he's already got himself 1 strikeout, as he struck out the DH, Matt Leiterman, to open things up. And there's a grounder to third, but that's going to be foul, and that will make it strike 2. And Adam, how are you getting along with this new scoreboard technology that we've got here?
You know, it's going to be a work in progress here today, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm just happy I found the field. I went to the wrong community college here in Long Beach, so I'm happy to be here.
Yes, and we're glad to have you here too, as Hoya, the tall left-hander, delivers a strike, and he gets Romero to swing and miss at that pitch, and that will be his 2nd strikeout of the inning, as well as the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 away now. This will bring up first baseman Troy May hitting cleanup. And like I said, as we alluded to earlier, one thing I forgot to mention, Romero comes in with a 4-game hitting streak, but he 8-game hitting streak, but he strikes out to begin things here. So Hoya sets, Olvera at first, and there's a sharp line drive to right field. That's going to be down, fair ball. Olvera around second, and he will hold up at third, and Troy May's got himself a nice 2-out single.
Great piece of hitting from Troy May going the other way down the right field line, and just like that, the Bucks are threatening once again here in the top of the first, trying to stay hot here on this hot sunny day from Long Beach.
As Elvis Park now now steps up to the plate. Runners at the corners. Here's the first pitch, and that's high and away for ball one. 1-0 your count. So now you can see on your screen that there are runners at the corners, and there's 1 ball and no strike of a 0-0 ball game, and that second pitch from Hoya is high, and that'll make it ball 2. 2-0 your count now. And the 2-0, that's going to be low and in the dirt and easily, and right now that is ball 3, so 3-0 is the count. Good eyesight from Park here as he's trying to see if he can get a 2-out walk and make the bases loaded. And that pitch is right down Broadway for strike 1. 3-1 is now your count. As Hoya tries to work himself back into the count. Here's Hoya with the 3-1. And that's fouled back, and we got ourselves a full count here, so May will be off and running on the next pitch.
Big 3-2 count here in this ball game. First and third, 2 outs. Bucks trying to take the early lead here in the top half of the first.
Hoya sets, goes through the signs with his catcher. And the payoff pitch. And that's high and away for ball 4. And Park draws the 2-out walk. That'll load things up. Good bit of eyesight right there from Park.
Yeah, Park not trying to do too much with it. Didn't see a pitch he liked in that at bat, and he works a walk and now gives the opportunity to Ryder Gordon here in the first.
Ryder Gordon made his debut with the Bucks on Tuesday at El Cajon during that blowout Mercy Rule win over the Sliders. Olvera at third, May at second, Park at first, and the first pitch to Gordon is in there for strike 1. Hoya sets as Eddie Diaz is his catcher, and that's who he goes through the signs with, and that is high and away for ball 1, so 1-1 is your count. One thing we've seen from this VC Bucks team is they get off to early starts.
Yeah, they really do, and a great opportunity right now. We'll see from Ryder Gordon.
As that ball is in there for a strike. 1-2 is your count.
I really like the scoreboard so far. It's very easy to use. Nice little, like you're in the bigs.
Yeah, I got to thank Marissa for setting this up for us. Here's the 1-2, and that's high and away. Ball gets away, and coming in to score is Olvera on the wild pitch. May and Park advance 90 feet. So on the wild pitch, the VC Bucks take the lead.
Great job from the Bucks. Good base running. Ball gets away from the catcher there, and the Bucks take advantage, and that's due to patient at bats so far in this ball game and continuing to hit in the clutch with 2 outs.
So May goes to third, Park to second, and the count is now 2-2 to Gordon after the wild pitch. And Gordon goes swinging after that, but it's picked up by the third baseman, Oso, and that is going to be out number 3. So the Bucks come away with a run on that inning after the wild pitch, and it is a 1-0 ball game as we head to the bottom of the second. Ryan Oso, AJ Cuedes is second, and Drew Emmons is batting third. We will have the bottom half for you right after this. And we are ready to start the bottom of the first inning. As you can see on your screen, the VC Bucks take an early 1-0 lead off of the wild pitch. And we get ready for the bottom of the first. See if the LA Legends can try and answer as they are facing Josh DiPietro, who is now wearing number 8. We have him listed here as number 27. And he will face Ryan Osso, and he quickly gets him down in the hole 0-2. So 0-2 is your count to Ryan Osso playing third base, who had that nice pickup off of a grounder from Ryan Gordon in the top of the first. And he skyrockets this one into foul territory, and that's going to land right next to us and the count will remain 0-2. Did you think you tried to make a play on that, did you, Adam?
I was going to try to make a play. I don't have my glove on me, but the sun is pretty brutal right now, so if it was coming towards us, we were in for some trouble. But luckily it gets away. So we'll try again. One time this year, we'll make a play.
Yeah, I did in fact bring my glove. It's in my car with me. Maybe I need to bring it one day. Here's the 0-2 to Osso. And that's low and away for ball 1. 1-2 your count. DiPietro sets. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So a good early K by DiPietro to get things going.
Great off-speed pitch from DiPietro. Early command of his off-speed pitches right now. Attacking the strike zone. Good to see. We'll see what he can do against the rest of this Legends lineup.
As now that'll bring up the center fielder, AJ Quezada. And that first pitch to him is a little bit high for ball 1. 1-0 your count. And that's high and away for ball 2. Make that 2-0. Here's DiPietro with the 2-0. And that is grounded right to second, where it can be easily handled by Ryder Gordon. And he gets out number 2.
Good job by Ryder Gordon there, not overlooking that baseball. Tough in between hop, but he keeps it in front of him and makes the easy throw over to first for the second out of the inning. So good job right there from Gordon.
Yeah, when that ball was hit, I thought it was going to be lined right to him, but yeah, playing with the wood bat, you just don't get as much power on it than you do with the aluminum bat. If that was hit with an aluminum bat, that would have just been lined straight to him.
Yeah, it would have, but you know, these players get to practice right now in the summer league, get them ready for hopefully the pros down the road. So it's a very good summer league in prep as they will go back to the aluminum bats for their respective college seasons wherever they do play college ball.
As Drew Emmons, the designated hitter, is up, and he swings and misses at that to make it 1-1. The battery mate today, so as we mentioned, Josh DiPietro is on the mound wearing number 8 and not 27 as we have listed here. And trying to check his swing was Emmons, but he gets a piece of it and fouls it away. That'll be 1-2. He is throwing to Connor Bell. So the battery mate is Josh DiPietro, and Connor Bell is behind the plate catching for him. Here's the 1-2. And that's high and away for ball 2. We got 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As you can clearly see on your screen that we do in fact have 2s across the board. And that off-speeder tried to get Emmons to chase after that one, but now that's going to bring a 2-out full count up next. Goes through the signs with Bell. And the payoff pitch is lined straight. Nope, it's going to drop right in front of Gordon. He picks it up, and that's what you got to love about second. You have all the time in the world to get the runner out.
But he made that play because he keeps the ball in front of him. He doesn't play it to the side, otherwise it would have gone to right field. Tough in between hop once again, but Ryder Gordon fielding his position well here in the first inning.
Yeah, once again, I thought that was going to be lined straight to him, and I think he was thinking the same thing too, but it dropped in front of him, but able to pick that up. So that's going to do it for the first inning. 3 up, 3 down, and we will have Colin Bell, Stephen Murray, and Connor Bell due up next in the second inning. You keep it right here. And we are ready to begin the second inning. Buccaneers lead it 1-0 after a wild pitch brought Alex Olvera home in the first inning. So Anthony Hoya gets back on the mound, and the first pitch he delivers to Colin Bell, playing right field, is a ball. The battery mate for the LA Legends, Anthony Hoya, is on the mound, and he's throwing to Eddie Diaz, who's playing catcher, as Bell fouls this one back. 1-1 is your count now. So 1-0 Buccaneers here in the top of the second. 1-1 is the count. And that pitch is right down easy street for strike two. So 1-2 is now your count. And Hoya with the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll be the third strikeout of the afternoon for Hoya.
Hoya is coming to play a Hoya. He has some pure velocity on his fastball. Bucks hitters are going to have to prep themselves today, get ahead of these counts, get into hitters' counts, and attack that fastball early, because if you get behind, you're in trouble against a very talented pitcher.
So now let's bring up Stephen Murray. And that off-speeder goes right through his eyes, and that'll be strike one. Fun fact, as we learned the other day when they were playing Team Philippines, as here's the 0-1, and that'll be low for ball one, so we have ones across the board. But fun fact, Stephen Murray was actually born in the Philippines when they were playing Team Philippines.
Yeah, very cool to see, and not very often you get to have that opportunity against where you were born, the country from, and he had a very good game, so it was nice to see. And I think not the Bucks, but the Pirates will be playing that same Philippines team again next week.
As 2-1 is now the count. And that'll make it 2-2. So Hoya trying to see if he can get back-to-back Ks right here. And the 2-2 pitch. And that is low and in the dirt for ball one. Looked kind of like a cricket pitch, if you ask me, the way it bounced. So we're going to have a payoff pitch coming up. Hoya goes through the signs with Diaz. And the payoff pitch. And that definitely looked like a cricket pitch, as it looks like it hit the grass before it bounced in on the chest protector of Diaz.
Yeah, again, credit to the Bucks hitters working their way to the walk. You know, you're seeing the ball well when you don't even need to swing to get on base. They're not trying to do too much. They're looking for their pitches to hit, and when it's not there, they take their walks.
As now catcher Connor Bell steps up to the plate as one away, and that'll be strike one, as that goes right down easy street. Diaz, the tall lefty, and that is fouled away for strike two. So he's quickly got Connor Bell down in the count 0-2. He struck out one Bell brother. Now he's seeing if he can get the other one. And they're going to try and get him out at first, and he is out. So getting picked off is Murray. Good heads-up play by Diaz, as the count is now 1-2. But what a heads-up play by Diaz to catch Murray getting a little bit too big of a lead.
Yeah, great job by the catcher. And again, Hoya throws really hard, so the hitters are not going to have as usual time to get back to first, so they got to do a better job there.
And both Bell brothers strike out this inning, as just like that, the inning is over. So we go 1-2-3 with the pickup, with the two strikeouts and the pickoff. We will have the bottom of the second for you right after this. And that's something you're always embarrassed to. tell which ones the mic is connected to. Okay.
Seems like this.
Okay. All right, just making sure. And we are ready to start the bottom of the second inning as Delvin Gomes steps up to the plate. Delvin Gomez is up to the plate, and DePetro is back for his second inning of work, and that pitch goes right behind Delvin Gomez, and he takes strike one. So DePetro had a 3-up, 3-down inning in the first, and this is skied to right field, and coming in to make the play, that will be Colin Bell, and that is going to be quick out number one. So the first 4 batters that DePetro has faced have been sent to the dugout, and now Matthew Olvera steps up to the plate, playing second. And that off-speeder gets Olvera to look at that one, strike one. DePetro works fast. Here's the 0-1, and that's high and away for ball one. So we got ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be skied into shallow center field. And calling that is Gordon. And that's going to be out number 2 right away. So Diaz working pretty fast here, like he's already in the majors with a pitch clock.
And Gordon already making 3 outs of his own here today. And DePetro's doing a nice job of diversifying his outs. He has 2 ground outs, 2 fly outs, and now 1 strikeout. So doing a good job making hitters off balance here and getting ahead of a lot of these counts.
As Dylan Nieto, the extra hitter, steps up to the plate. And Nieto thought that was going to be inside, but that is right down Broadway for strike one. As Nieto turned away from that.
He looks like the major league version of Zach Neto from Campbell University, who's now on the Angels in his MLB debut.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, so already down in the hole 0-2. As DePetro looks to go 1-2-3 for the second straight inning right here. And the 0-2 pitch. And that is grounded sharply down the third base line, but foul, so we will replay the count. So in Summer Wood Bat League, you basically get 2 designated hitters as you get 10 batting spots here in Summer Wood Bat. Here's the 0-2. And once again, a backwards K issued to Nieto as he thought that was going to be inside, but that curved right back into the strike zone. What a sick curve right there from DePetro.
DePetro's really working all parts of the plate here today, and that just backdoored nicely for him at that inside part of the strike zone as he has worked 6 up, 6 down to start this ball game.
And we will have Whiting, Leiterman, and Olvera up to the plate when we come back after this. And we are set to begin the top of the third inning. Your Ventura County Bucks lead it 1-0 as Brandon Whiting will step up to the plate for the first time this afternoon, facing Anthony Hoya. And that pitch is low and inside for ball one. So Hoya's got 4 strikeouts so far, as he was able to make quick work of the Bucks in the top of the second. And that pitch is right down the middle for strike one. 1-1 is your count now, as he had the 2 strikeouts to the Bell brothers in the top of the second. And Eddie Diaz playing heads up, catching Stephen Murray with a little bit too far of a lead, and got him picked off. As the count is now 2-1 to Whiting. And make that 3-1 to Whiting now. So Whiting trying to work himself a leadoff walk. Here's Hoya with the 3-1. And that's low and away for ball one. So good eyesight right there from Whiting to draw a leadoff walk.
Great job from Whiting. Didn't see a pitch he liked in that at bat. Works a 5-pitch walk, and kind of being that other leadoff hitter here to get back to his top of the order for Matthew Leiterman here. So a good job by Whiting to get on first to start the inning.
And it looks like there's only one coach today for the Bucks, and he's got to go play at third, as the animated catcher's coach isn't here today, and that's why we haven't heard the ring the bell, as Leiterman swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Yeah, we don't get to hear the ring the bell Navy SEAL training thing today.
I know, you know, sometimes you think it's too much, but when you don't get to hear it, you're kind of missing it. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about it, but...
Well, don't ever ring the bell, as that's inside for ball one. Leiterman struck out his first at-bat. He's DHing today. Here's the 1-1, and that is grounded softly down the third base line, but fouled, and that'll make it strike 2 to Leiterman. So 1-2 is your count. Whiting is at first, and that's high and away for ball 2. And Diaz thought about throwing back to first, but Whiting was very aware that time. Hoya gets set. Here's the 2-2. And that curves right back into the strike zone as he freezes Whiting like a popsicle. And that is strike 2. That is strikeout number 5 on the afternoon for Hoya. And now he'll face Alex Olvera.
I think the approach right now for the Bucks, because Hoya's thrown so hard out there, similar to what Troy May did in his first at bat, you got to go the other way with these fastballs because you're not going to get ahead of them and pull them. So you got to go with the pitch, hit it to the right side of the field, and then also look for those off-speed pitches to take advantage of. So I think that has to be the approach today for the Bucks, against Hoya at least.
And that's going to be strike 2 now for Olvera as he fouls off the first 2 pitches he sees. Olvera had a walk in the first inning and came around to score on the wild pitch. Here's the 0-2, and that's just inside for ball 1. 1-2 is your count now. Here's the 1-2 from Hoya. That's outside. Make that 2-2. Olvera, the extra hitter today, wearing my favorite number 13. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away now. And Brody Romero will step up to the plate.
Hoya has it going for himself here today. Another strikeout. I believe that's now number 6 in just the third inning. And he, you know, as a hitter, you don't expect that 2-2 pitch to drop like that with the off speed. You're thinking he would come again with the fastball. So he's making hitters guess. And when you make hitters guess, you're going to be pretty successful out there.
Yeah, you are right. 6 strikeouts already, and he hasn't pitched 3 full innings as Romero goes after the first pitch he sees, and that's out of play for strike 1. Yeah, just some impressive pitching, right? After allowing a couple of walks and that wild pitch, Hoya seemed to have found his game here.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, I don't want to say this early, but he has major league-like stuff. He's throwing high 80s, I would have to guess, and we'll see what can happen.
As that ball is grounded to third, where it can be picked up by Osso and easily thrown over to first, and that will end the inning. So a leadoff walk issued, but no further damage, as once again 2 strikeouts for Hoya, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning with his team trying to give him some run support. So after the warm-ups here, after DiPietro warms up, we'll be right back to call the bottom of the 3rd. And we are back and set to begin the bottom of the 3rd inning as Hayu Ota is up to bat now, as DiPietro has retired the first 6 batters he's faced. We got ourselves a nice little pitcher's duel going on, as this is grounded right back to DiPietro. He'll underhand to first, and 1 pitch, 1 away.
Yeah, it's nice to be tall, big frame, and DiPietro able to snag that ball, field his position very well, and makes the easy throw over to first. 7 up, 7 down. Hard to do better than that so far.
So far, DiPietro's retired the last 7 batters he's faced, and Hoya has 6 strikeouts on the game. So if you like pitchers duels, so far this is shaping up to be the game for you. As the first pitch to Eddie Diaz is in there for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike. And that's high and away for ball 1. So we got 1s across the board now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And that bounces into Connor Bell. And that'll make it ball 2. 2-1 your count now. DiPietro sets, and here's the pitch, and that is grounded just foul, and that'll make the count now 2-2. For a second, I thought Romero was going to have a play on that to throw it across the diamond. So Eddie Diaz wears my favorite number 13. That was the number I wore when I played varsity football in high school. And that is lined into right center field, but it can be easily played by Colin Bell, and that'll be the 8th straight batter retired by DiPietro.
DiPietro doing a very good job so far in this game, and again, I'll reiterate the biggest thing right now, why he's successful. He's getting ahead of counts. He's getting into pitchers' counts, which makes it harder for the hitters. Then he can go to his other pitches other than his fastball, and he's taking advantage of that, and he is locating, which is a big thing in the Summerwood Bat League.
So now we've reached the 9th batter. This is Sebastian Bird playing right field. And even though he is the 9th batter, that does not mean he is the last batter for the Legends. And he swings and misses at that one to make it 0-1. Yeah, we're in the 3rd inning, and Hayden Hodges might not get his first at bat till the 4th. That's outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count now. Yeah, so Bird is at bat. Hodges is on deck. DiPietro trying to keep this hot streak going. Here's the 1-1. And he fouls that one off over the Buccaneers dugout, and that'll now make it strike 2. So 1-2 is the count. DiPietro trying to get out of this inning. Perfect. And that is grounded sharply to Gordon, but he has all the time in the world to lob it to first. And just like that, 9 up, 9 down.
Great job from DiPietro getting ahead of hitters and inducing the easy ground ball to second base, where Gordon's been pretty active today, making 4 of the 9 outs already. DiPietro can't get better than what he's doing out there so far through 3.
And we will have the top of the 4th inning for you, and Adam will be taking over play-by-play for that one. So right after these warm-ups, we'll be back.
Welcome back to Long Beach City College here in the top half of the 4th inning. Your VC Bucks lead by a score of 1-0 on the run in the top of the 1st inning, where Olvera came around and scored on a walk. Troy May making his 2nd at bat here in the 4 slot, playing first base this afternoon. He singled back in the 1st. Right now he has the only Bucks hit, as the pitcher Anthony Hoya has really been spectacular, especially inducing the strikeouts now with 6 strikeouts in the ball game through 3 innings, as that's taken low in the dirt for ball number 1.
Yeah, I like him. I'm liking so far what I'm seeing from both these pitchers. You know, Hoya getting 6 strikeouts, DiPietro having a 9 up, 9 down. We got ourselves a classic pitching duel.
Yeah, and once again, Hoya using that off-speed pitch to find the strike zone, and he'll get it over for strike 1 to even up the count at 1 apiece here. Top of the 4th, 1-0 Bucks against the LA Legends from beautiful Long Beach City College, as May is out in front and pulls it to second base softly for the 1st out of the inning. Hoya again taking advantage of hitters early in the count and inducing soft contact.
Yeah, I know, and as we discussed, why I like second base is because you usually don't get the lion's share of the grounders, but today both second basemen have been very active.
Yeah, both defenses have been really spectacular so far in this ball game. The catcher for the LA Legends here today, Eddie Diaz, made that spectacular throw to throw out Stephen Murray back in the second inning to pick him off at first. So defenses have been on point today. 1-0 count to Elvis Park is in the dirt and low for ball number 2. So Park's ahead 2-0. He is the 5-hitter for your Bucks, playing left field here this afternoon. He walked his first at bat. So 2-0 the count, 1 out, top of the 4th inning, 1-0 Bucks over the LA Legends. That ball is a little upstairs for ball number 3, and then Park is ahead 3-0. And I think one of the things the Bucks hitters need to do today, which they've done a decent job at, is getting on base via the walk.
Yeah, no doubt the Bucks players have had good eyesight so far in this game, as he has the green light to go right there.
Yeah, he had a green light to go. He puts a good swing on it and goes the other way, but flies out into fairly deep right field for the second out of the inning. And I don't want to get too mad at the decision there, but I think where Hoya's been so successful, you have to think you got to take that 3-0. You're up in the game. Best case scenario, you hit a home run, but the likelihood of that is small, so just find a way on base. I would have taken there.
Yeah, especially, this being the wood bat. I have no doubt that Park would have knocked that out of the park if he was using an aluminum bat. But the wood bat keeps it in play, and we have 2 away now.
And that ball is ripped down the right field line near the the Bucks bullpen, for foul ball number 1. So 0-1 the count to Ryder Gordon here. And then the Bucks doing a good job right there of trying to go the other way. Even though he flew out on the 3-0 pitch, Elvis Park going to right field. And I think to be successful today against Hoya, you're going to have to go the other way.
Yeah, always have some good opposite field power right there. Try to get the right side of the outfield. Maybe try to not expect the ball. And we already have some action in the Buck bullpen, too.
Yeah, so we'll see if anything comes of that with a pitching change, and we'll keep you informed, don't worry. That ball is outside for ball number 1. So 1-2 the count to Ryder Gordon here. 2 outs, top of the 4th, 1-0 Bucks over the Legends. Here's the pitch from Hoya. It's taken a little upstairs, so check his swing, but Gordon did not go there. So even up the count at 2s apiece, and as David likes to say, we got 2s across the board. So 2-2 the count, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Hoya versus Gordon here. Here comes the pitch from Hoya. Is low in the zone, and it will it will make the count full for a payoff pitch coming to Ryder Gordon. Ryder Gordon grounded out to third base back in the 1st inning. See if he can get on base. Keep the 4th inning going for the Bucks. The 3-2 from Hoya is low in the dirt again, and Ryder Gordon works a efficient walk there with 2 outs in the 4th.
Yeah, good job of patiently at batting there. He found himself down in the count 0-2. He didn't give up on the play and had good eyes right there to draw the walk.
So Gordon is on with the walk here. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. It will bring up Colin Bell, who struck out back in the 2nd. See if he can continue possible rally for the Bucks, as Hoya has lost a little command here, as that's upstairs for ball number 1. We'll see what happens in this at bat, and we'll see how long the leash is for both of these pitchers here today, because they've been so good so far in the game.
Yeah, this will be the first inning that Hoya cannot get 2 strikeouts, as he's already at 2 outs, but he won't be able to get 2 strikeouts. Let's see if he can keep the strikeout string alive, though.
And Hoya blows a fastball by Bell right there to even up the count at 1 apiece. 1-1, guy on first, 2 outs. Gordon is on first. Pitch from Hoya, taken low and inside, but in the strike zone for strike number 2, and now he's ahead 1-2.
Yeah, that looked a little inside to me, but obviously the umpire's got the better vantage point than we do, and it's his decision at the end of the day.
And here is the pitch from Hoya. It is upstairs for a ball. 2-2 the count, with Gordon on first, 2 outs in the 4th. See if the Bucks can get some runs across the board. Hoya has been very, very effective so far today. The 2-2 taken outside for ball 3. So Bucks hitters are working Hoya here in the 4th inning. So credit to them there.
Yeah, they're not chasing after those curves this time. And yeah, again, just good patient at batting right there.
Yeah, and important right now for Gordon to get a good secondary lead, because he will be going on this pitch. The 3-2, 2 outs here in the 4th. Is taken a little inside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks for your Bucks, and it will bring up number 1, Stephen Murray, to the plate. An opportunity for the Bucks to strike in the 4th.
Yeah, once again, Colin Bell getting 2 strikes on him, but not falling behind, not bending, but not breaking. That's what you call, you're down, but you're not out. And Colin Bell works his way back and is able to drug a walk and get that free pass to first.
Yeah, bending, not breaking like the Navy SEALs do. So let's see what the Bucks can do here with Murray. He takes one high and away, so Hoya is trying to find the strike zone once again. Credit to the Bucks hitters of working these counts. Back-to-back walks with 2 outs. Bucks, I think the best part about this team on the hitting side has been their hitting with 2 outs all year long. And that is swung on a miss. Hoya took something off of that one, and it will even the count at 1 apiece. Want to remind the viewers, if you are listening on recording, we got a doubleheader tomorrow at LA Valley College. Do you know who they are playing?
I will look that up for you.
We'll have that for you in a second. But doubleheader, I believe the times are 11 a.m. and then 4 p.m. I think they are playing the Arroyo Seco Sentinels, if I'm not mistaken. Get that information. But join us for that one. That will be live on YouTube. So back to live. That's taken for a strike to Murray. Count 2-2.
Yes, you are correct. They are playing the Sentinels.
So it'll be a long day at the ballpark, but nice to be back at LA Valley College. Here,
yeah, it'll certainly be good to be back in a booth. It's like having to deal with the wind and the sun. Hasn't been fun this last week, but it'll be good to have some shade and back in a booth and to be able to put the camera in front of the fence this time.
Yeah, so embracing the elements, but luckily we are in Southern California, so the elements are not that bad. Full count, 2 outs, 2 on, top of the 4th. The pitch to Murray is tapped foul, so we'll do it again.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, could you imagine if we were doing this in Texas or something like that, or Nevada or Arizona? Oh, that would not be fun.
I don't think we could do this outside, if I'm going to be honest with you, especially a doubleheader. So fortunate for that one. And this is the first real summer day, I think, that we've done here on the broadcast.
Yeah, but, it's like compared to places like Texas, Arizona, and Nevada, it's really not that bad out today.
No, it's not. But it is really picture perfect sky-wise here overlooking this beautiful baseball field at Long Beach College. Here's the payoff pitch once again. Upstairs, and the Bucks have walked not once, not twice, but 3 straight times. And just like that, the bases are loaded for Connor Bell.
Yeah, had the bases loaded once again. We're going to have a mound visit right here as Diaz looks to, maybe settle things down with Hoya as, trying to get out of this inning with leaving the runners aboard.
Yeah, so a big opportunity for the Bucks. They've loaded the bases without getting a hit. So one hit here could extend this lead of 1-0 to even 3-0. Hitting the gap could make it even 4-0. So big opportunity for number 17, the catcher, Connor Bell. His brother is on second. How nice would it be if he was able to bring him home with a base knock here?
Yeah, showing some brotherly love right there. Bring him home and help your team out too.
Yeah, and see if the Bucks can take advantage of Hoya being a little wild in the zone here in the 4th. First pitch is grounded hard down the third base line, but foul. So good idea there from Bell, trying to get ahead of this count and get a pitch over the heart of the plate, which he did on that fastball, but out in front of it, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Bell from Hoya. Upstairs once again, 1-1.
Yeah, Hoya, I think he's trying to throw fast. He's worried about trying to throw fast this time rather than throwing accurate, so you may need to just go back to what was working for him earlier.
100%. We'll see what he can do here on the 1-1. It's grounded up the middle and through into center field. It's going to score 1 in Gordon. It's going to score a second run in number 4. Colin Bell, his brother, and just like that, the Bucks take a 3-run lead here in the top of the 4th, and on the 2-out RBI single from Connor Bell, he delivers in the clutch, and he makes Hoya pay with the walks, and it's now 3-0 VC Bucks.
Yeah, you called it. He was going to bring his brother home to score, and it looks like we are now going to have a pitcher change as, Hoya, he started out really good, but he just sort of lost it in this top of the 4th, but other than that, he leaves the game with 6 strikeouts And the new pitcher will have 2 batters that he inherits.
Yeah, so he was great through the first 3 innings, but you just can't walk 3 straight people. The baseball gods are going to make you pay at some point. And great piece of hitting from Connor Bell, delivering the clutch 2-out RBI single up the middle. Good hitting right there from Bell. And the Bucks, they continue to take advantage of pitchers when they give them free bases, because they've been so great at it all year, and they're so clutch. And as I said, David, they just love hitting with 2 outs.
Yeah, most definitely. We have for sure seen a lot of 2-out rallies so far in this season. And yeah, this Bucks, they really do a good job when they have BP.
So it is 3-0. We'll take a short break here as we have a pitching change. We'll get that information to you when we're back, but it's 3-0 Bucks here in the top of the 4th. And we are back after that short break in the top half of the 4th. The Bucks 2 runs home on the 2-run RBI single from Connor Bell. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the LA Legends now, as that first pitch is taken for strike 1 to Brandon Whiting. The new pitcher is Julian Flores, number 30. So number 29, Anthony Hoya, who started the game for the Legends, his line 3 2/3, 6 strikeouts, but 7 walks on 2 hits. We'll get his run line after this, as his line to second base, but caught by the fielder Matthew Olveras. And that will end the top half of the 4th, but not before your Bucks strike for 2 and extend this lead. They lead 3-0. We'll be back in the bottom half of the 4th. And welcome back here to the recording on YouTube of VC Pro-Am Bucks baseball. Bottom of the fourth, your Bucks lead 3-0 after a 2-run single from Connor Bell.
Here in the fourth inning, it's Hayden Hodges' first at bat.
And here batting now is Hayden Hodges for the LA Legends in the 10 spot, playing left field this afternoon. And we have a new pitcher on the mound for your Bucks. That is Jonathan Perrick, number 11, taking over for a stellar performance from Josh DePietro, who went 3 innings, 9 up, 9 down, 2 strikeouts, but will not be in line for the win because he does not go the required 4 innings here in the Wood Bat League. So Perrick might be in line for today's win. We'll see how the game plays out. But again, the final line from the Legends pitcher now that we have it, Anthony Hoya, 3 2/3, 6 strikeouts, 7 walks, 2 hits, 3 runs on 3 earned. So a big line from him. 13 combined strikeouts and walks through 3 2/3 innings. That's pretty crazy to me. 1-2 count to Hayden Hodges here in the 10 spot for the Legends, looking for their first base runner of the afternoon. Fouls that one back. But David, what do you like to see from the Bucks the rest of the way up 3-0?
Well, I'd like to see them build on this. You can't sit on any lead you have. You got to be always aware of what you got. It's just like in basketball. You get a huge lead in basketball. You may think it gives you an incentive to play soft, but no, you can't play soft. You got to keep the foot on the gas and just keep it going and keep pounding it. Give yourself no lead is too big in this game.
Well said right there, and Bucks have done a good job of that all year long. We'll see. Yeah. And we'll see how this game progresses here. And we also have a new catcher. Alvarez is catching for your Bucks. Alex Alvarez is the new catcher. And as Hodges swings through that pitch for strike number 3 in the first out of the bottom of the 4th inning, it will bring up back to the top of the order number 6, Ryan Osso. Playing third base here today. First out for Perrick recorded. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 Bucks lead. So Alvarez is catching behind the plate now for Bell. Bell at the moment is in the extra hitter slot, but I would assume they're going to bring in a sub when his batting spot comes back in the order. So we will see. That is taken for ball number 1 here to Osso. Pitch from Perrick over the heart of the plate for a strike. Even up that count at 1 apiece. Nice summer day here in the middle of June from Long Beach City College. For those that don't know, they have 2 campuses. I found that out the hard way earlier this morning. 15 minutes away from each other. About 6 miles, give or take. But we are here. Beautiful facilities across the board for all their athletic programs. The pitch is grounded towards the Bucks dugout and foul, so Perrick will even that count once again at 2 apiece. 3-0 Bucks, 2 runs in the 3rd inning and a run in the 1st inning to grab a 3-0 lead. Here's the pitch. It is grounded softly. It's ball. It's to second base off the glove of Perrick. Close play at first, and they got him. Good play again from Ryder Gordon.
Yeah, I thought right there the Legends were just about to get their first base runner there. I thought maybe Perrick made a mistake trying to go after that, but good heads-up play with Gordon, and you get the out, and now 2 are away. 11 up, 11 down so far.
Yeah, and it's so difficult as a pitcher. You throw the pitch, and immediately the ball comes to you. Ball comes to you and you have to make that quick second decision, and sometimes it's best to just let it go into the infield. It's so hard for a pitcher, and it hit off the glove there from Perrick, but Gordon reading that play very nicely to make the play at first base. Gordon has been excellent in the field so far this afternoon at second base. We've seen him at third this year and a little bit at short, but nice to see him at second here. 0-1 the count to AJ Quizada, playing center field here today, who grounded out to second base his first time up. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th, 3-0 your Bucks lead against the LA Legends. Jonathan Perrick looking for a 3 up, 3 down inning. The pitch taken a little low and away for a ball. 1-2 our count. Legends still looking for that first base runner of the ball game. See if they can get it here with their two-hitter Quezada at the plate. The pitch swung on and missed in the dirt. We'll have to throw down the first. Plenty of time. May makes the catch, and that will end the bottom half of the fourth once again. It seems like we're repeating ourselves. 3 up, 3 down for the Legends. We head to the fifth. It's 3-0 Bucks lead. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the top of the fifth inning from Long Beach City College here. Your VC Pro-Am Bucks leading the LA Legends by a score of 3-0. Matthew Leiterman, the designated hitter, and the leadoff hitter for your Bucks will take things over at the plate in the top half of the fifth. First pitch, he's swinging down the right field line. It's probably going to get out of play. It will for strike number 1. Top of the fifth, 3-0 Bucks. They got 3 runs on 2 hits so far. A lot of walks. Done a good job of getting on base. And their pitching has been flawless so far. We'll see if that continues.
Yeah, it's interesting. Only they have more runs than they do hits, as they had that wild pitch in the first, and Connor Bell getting that RBI single back in the fourth.
Yeah, so the Bucks, again, they've been so great all year at hitting, because they're not just hitting the ball for hits. They're finding ways on base and producing runs when they're in scoring position, even with 2 outs. Leiterman smacks that into center field. Center fielder, though, has a beat on it. Quezada to make the grab for the first out of the fifth inning. And then we'll bring up the 2-hitter Alex Olvera, who is now catching, number 13. David's favorite number.
Yes, that's my favorite number, because when I was playing high school football in Texas, that was my number. Was a slot receiver, but mainly I held the ball for the field goal kickers, because I knew that was my only chance of getting on the field.
And that backdoor curveball taken for strike number 1 to Olvera. 1 out here, top of the fifth. 3-0, Bucks lead. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, and it plunks him. On the back, takes it like a champ, and he's on base via the hit by pitch. First base runner in the top of the fifth. And we'll bring up the 3-hitter Brody Romero.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take one for the team like that. It only stings for a second. You shake it off, and you take your free pass.
100%. Like in Stung by a Bee, it hurts. You pull it out, and it's done.
Yep.
Sometimes you could get a little scar or bruise, and I'm actually allergic, so it could be worse for some people, but sort of like a bee sting. He took it very well there, and he reaches first. Brody Romero will bring his 8-game hitting streak up to the plate once again here in the fifth. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out to third. So big opportunity for him as he takes strike number 1. You know, Brody Romero, kind of the Bucks' Luis Arias, you could say.
He'd be more like an Adrian Beltre to me, with the exception of not getting down on one knee to hitting a home run, but playing third, you know, he's got the power behind his bat. He reminds me more of Adrian Beltre.
1-1 to Romero. Here's the pitch. It is smacked out to right field, but he got under it into right center field. To make the catch will be Sebastian Bird for the second out of the 5th inning. So that's an F9. And it'll bring up the 4-hitter, first baseman Troy May, who has one of the 2 Bucks hits this afternoon into right field.
Yeah, for a second I thought I was going to call it him being like Adrian Beltre. It looks like he got underneath that one. Thought he was going to drive it out of the park. Again, maybe on an aluminum bat, but just not quite with a wood bat.
Yeah, and once again, our dimensions here in the outfield today in Long Beach City College. In left field down the line, 342. In left center, 380. Dead center, 402 with a little extended wall. That pitch is taken outside for ball number 1. In right center field, also 380, and down the right field line, 350. So pretty decent dimensions here in Long Beach City College. Still got to smack it to put it out. And the runner's off and going, and that pitch is hit into right field again. Bird has a beat on it. He'll make the grab for the 3rd out of the top of the 5th inning. So the Bucks go... They bat 4, they leave 1 on base, no hits, no runs, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 3-0 Bucks lead. We'll be back. And welcome back to Pro-Am Bucks Baseball here on YouTube. If you are watching the recorded version of today's game, we do appreciate you. Join us tomorrow for a doubleheader at LA Valley College live against the Arroyo Seco Sentinels, 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. respectively. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jonathan Perrick once again on the mound for your Bucks in his 2nd inning of work. He throws a strike in there to the number 3 hitter, Drew Emmons. The designated hitter, number 32. 0-1. Bottom of the 5th, 3-0. And we'll see what happens here. And it looks like it's going to be the first hit and first base runner for the LA Legends here today as he smacks someone up the middle for a lead-off single. Emmons is on with a lead-off single.
Yeah, they had 12 up, 12 down. I didn't want to say anything going into the 5th. And just like that, the perfect game is over. But let's see, the Legends still have some work to do as they find themselves down 3-0.
Yeah, and see with the heart of their order if they can make a little comeback cut into this deficit as the 4-hitter Delvin Gomez will come to the plate. The shortstop here today, that's ball 1 outside. So yeah, as David mentioned, 12 up, 12 down. Really impressive stuff from the pitching staff of the Bucks. Two pitchers that we've seen a lot this year, DePietro and Perrick. And that pitch is skied into shallow right field. And the right fielder for your Bucks, Colin Bell, has a nice beat on it. He'll make the first out of the bottom of the fifth inning on the F9. And it'll bring up number 8, the 5-hitter, Matthew Alvarez, playing second base today.
Yeah, you know the old cliche in Little League, stick your worst player in the right field because balls are hardly ever hit to right field? Well, that's not quite the case today, as we've seen quite a few pop flies that right fielders have had to make.
Yeah, the balls are going really to second base and right field all day long here today for both sides. That's taken for ball number 1. And we'll see if the Legends can get anything going here on the offensive side of things with their first base runner in the 5th. Down 3-0. Pitcher's duel here at Long Beach. That's fouled back directly behind home plate. We'll even up the count at 1 apiece. Guy on first, 1 out. 1-1 count. Perrick on the hill facing Alvarez. Alvarez 0 for 1 with a pop out to second base back in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch from Perrick. It's upstairs and away for ball number 2. Two-one pitch from Perrick on its way. Just a little low, 3-1. Home of the Vikings, the Long Beach City College, where today's game is being played. Beautiful baseball field. 3-1 to Alvarez is taken upstairs, and just like that, the Legends have the potential tying runner at the plate now, as that is a walk to Alvarez. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th with a Bucks 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Bucks, you know, they're down, but they're not out of this game yet. Still got lots of baseball left to play, and now with the tying run at home plate, see what they can do here in this bottom of the 5th.
And we'll bring up the 6-hitter, number 4 in extra hitting today, Dylan Nieto, not related to Zach Neto on the Angels, and it's also spelled differently, the last name. That's fouled back 0-1, but he has the same body presence and posture that Neto has. Big fan of Campbell baseball. Good mid-major out there in, I believe, in Virginia.
Yeah, and speaking of college baseball, how about Oral Roberts the other day coming back against TCU in that 9th inning there?
2 incredible games yesterday, both walk-off, sort of walk, 9th inning comebacks respectively from ORU in Oral Roberts. Eagles against the TCU Horned Frogs, that David and I are very well equipped with those Horned Frogs. And then the Florida Gators coming back against the Virginia Cavaliers, forcing a winner's bracket game, ORU in Florida, on Sunday. But that plunks Dylan Nieto, and now the Legends have something really brewing here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bases are juiced. First, second, and third are all filled here. And they have only 1 hit to show for the bases loaded, with a single from Emmons to lead things off. Then you got a fly out, a walk to Alvarez, and now a hit by pitch to Nieto. Bases loaded, 1 out, 3-0 Bucks. Leo Ota, the first baseman, 0 for 1 today, at the plate with a big spot as he takes strike 1.
Yeah, huge opportunity for the Legends right here. 1 swing of the bat, and they can find themselves in the lead. Let's see what kind of power Ota has got.
Ota is way behind that fastball and swinging a miss, 0-2. Perrick trying to work his way out of trouble here.
Yeah, if he can get this strikeout right here, that takes away the option for a sacrifice fly.
The 0-2 is lined into shallow right field. It's going to get down and score at least 1. They're going to send the second runner. He's going to score easily. The throw will be cut off by May. And the Legends cut into the lead here and make it a 1-run deficit on the 2-run RBI single for IU Ota. We got a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the 5th with now 2 on, 1 out, 3-2 Bucks in front at the moment.
Yeah, great set of hitting by Ota there. Again, found himself down in the hole 0-2. Didn't let that stop him. Again, as we mentioned earlier, bend don't break baseball. And he gets a hold of one that he likes, drives that to shallow right, and now his team only trails by 1.
And that's just great piece of hitting from Ota, not trying to pull that pitch. He goes with it and just hits it softly enough and far enough past Gordon at second into right field for a 2-run RBI single. And I'll bring up number 13, the 8-hitter catching today, Eddie Diaz. So Legends, 2 runs already now in the bottom half of the 5th. 1 out, trying to tie the score or possibly even take the lead as that's fouled back behind home, 0-1. So the Bucks were perfect, 12 up, 12 down pitching-wise in this inning, but the Legends finally break through and have something really going on in the 5th.
I know, it's crazy that this 5th inning has been very long by the standards that we've been seeing right now for the Legends, and they don't want to stop here. They want to keep it going.
They really do, and credit to them as they're trying to get through this order, set it back to the top of the order in the 6th inning. And here's the pitch. Runners are going. It's going to get fouled, though, so they're going to have to come back. Troy May on his horse, but he's not going to get there in time. And Perrick's now ahead in the count, 1-2 to Eddie Diaz. 3-2. Bucks in front, bottom of the 5th, 2 on, 1 out. Big spot for Perrick. So far, the Legends 2 hits in the inning. They also a walk and a hit by pitch. Here is the 1-2. Taken for ball. The runners go. The throw down the third. He's out. And a beautiful throw from Olveris to Gunn. Nieto at third for the 2nd out of the inning. What a crucial out for the Legends and the Bucks on the defensive side of things. A beautiful throw there from Olveris.
Yeah, great heads-up play by Olveris. I felt like Nieto wasn't running the fastest on there, and it showed right there.
And swing and a miss, strike 3, and Perrick lights out the fire in the bottom half of the 5th. The Legends do strike for 2 and cut into this deficit, and they make it a 3-2 score. We head to the top of the 6th. Stay with us because we got a good baseball game here from Long Beach Community College. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Long Beach City College here, home of the Vikings. Top of the 6th, your Pro-Am Bucks in front 3-2, but the Legends cut into that lead in the bottom half of the 5th with 2 runs, and now we got a good one brewing here in the top half of the 6th. Number 16, Elvis Park will lead things off for your Bucks. He's 0-for-1 with a walk back in the 1st inning. 3-2, top of the 6th, still pitching for the Legends, Julian Flores. That is bounce to first slowly. He'll step on the bag, number 10, Ota, who made the 2-run single in the bottom half of the 5th, so he's had a productive day for the 1st out of the inning.
Yeah, getting it done offensively and now getting it done defensively by getting the 1st out right then and there.
We'll bring up We'll bring up Ryder Gordon here, playing second base number 9. In the 6th hole, Gordon 0 for 1 with a walk as well. He came around and scored in the 4th inning, the big 4th inning where the Bucks got 2 runs with 2 outs on the Bell 2-run RBI single. Villa helped with 3 straight walks by Hoya. Julian Flores still on the mound for the Legends here in this top of the 6th inning in a old-fashioned pitcher's duel. Here's the first pitch that's taken outside for ball number 1 to Ryder Gordon. That is driven out to right center field. Will it get down? It will. Into right center. It will go all the way to the wall. Ryder Gordon is going to stop himself at second. He has himself a 1-out double. Ryder Gordon with the drive out to right center. He smoked that baseball, and the Bucks have a man in scoring position.
Yeah, good solid hitting right there by Gordon. Hit it hard, but not too hard to where the out center fielders can play it. So he hit it just soft enough to where it could drop, and he's got himself a nice standing double. It almost looked like when he hit that ball, it almost looked like he was in the batting cages.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right there. And the Bucks, the Legends have been throwing the ball hard respectively all day long. Bucks doing a nice job of hitting, going the other way, letting that ball get in on the hands and going with the pitch. So now guy on second, 1 out. Will bring up number 4, Colin Bell. And he lines that off the glove of the third baseman and into left field. They will stop Gordon at third. Bell's going all the way to second. He will have himself a 1-out double. So back-to-back doubles for the Bucks. And just like that, they got second and third with only 1 out, as that ricocheted off the third baseman, Ryan Osso. His glove almost made a spectacular catch. And now the Bucks can kind of strike back where they gave up 2 runs to the Legends bottom of the 5th. They can answer with some runs of their own, and it'll bring up number 1, Stephen Murray.
And how about the set of wheels right there from Colin Bell? He didn't stop. When he got to first, he rounded sharply, and he didn't stop. He wanted that extra bag.
Great base running from Bell. That's popped, though. Third baseman also in foul ground. He'll make the catch. It will put away Murray on the first pitch of that at bat. That's a big second out here in the top of the 6th. So no sac fly opportunity anymore. And it will be all on the shoulders of Connor Bell, who came through back in the 4th inning with a 2-run, 2-out RBI single. Can he do it again?
Yeah, but that was a huge out right there for Flores. It didn't get hit deep enough to give the sac fly opportunity. And now there are 2 outs.
That ball is smoked in the center, but right at the center fielder, Quezada. He'll make the catch, and he puts out the fire that the Bucks started here in the top half of the 6th. Bucks still leading 3-2. Stay with us. We'll be right back, heading to the bottom of the 6th. And we are back for some Pro-Am Bucks baseball, bottom of the 6th. If you are joining us on this recording on YouTube here on this Saturday afternoon in the middle of June, we do appreciate you. Bucks and Legends 3-2. We got a fun one brewing here in the bottom half of the 6th between these two clubs. That's smacked foul. Now batting for the Legends is Sebastian Bird, the 9-hitter, playing right field here today, number 22. The Bucks threaten in the top half of the 6th on doubles from Gordon and Bell, but they stranded 2 runners on base by the pop out to third by Murray and then the fly out to center by Connor Bell, as that is hit hard again, foul, and it's 0-2, and now ahead is Jonathan Perrick. The Bucks today, they've done well with the bats, but the biggest issue right now, they've left 8 runners on base through the first 6 innings.
Yeah, and especially when you have less than 2 outs and a runner at third, it's you don't like leaving them on by taking away your opportunity for a sac fly, just like they did in that top of the 6th by getting that short fly out into third to take away that opportunity for at least a sac fly, because ideally you want to have a runner at third with less than 2 outs, because all you just need to do, hit a pop fly to the outfield, and you got yourself a run.
Yeah, or even a ground ball there, because they have the lead that Legends weren't playing infield in, so a ground ball to the right side especially would have been a run. But nonetheless, 3-2, bottom of the 6th, leadoff man Sebastian Bird here in the 9 spot for the Legends. Legends, they've given them credit. They went down in order for 4 straight innings, but then had a big 5th inning, got 2 runs on the 2-run single from Ayu Ota into right field, and it's a brand new ball game all of a sudden as that pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3 for the first out of the bottom half of the 6th inning. Bird goes away by way of the K, and it will bring up the number 10 hitter Hayden Hodges, the left fielder here today in the 10 spot. So Perrick picks up another strikeout on the afternoon. That is his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Makes it 6 strikeouts for the Legends respectively through 5 1/3. Hayden Hodges struck out himself in the 4th inning, so he's 0 for 1. And he swings through that one 0-1. And if you're wondering why his first at-bat was in the 4th inning, is because, as David has already mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they bat 10 here in the Wood Bat League. Extra hitter and designated hitter, so basically 2 free hitters that don't have to play the field if you don't want them to. That's outside for ball number 1. Beautiful day for baseball here on this Saturday afternoon in sunny Southern California. Sun is out today, and it's nice to see. The 1-1 is taken upstairs for ball number 2 to Hodges. 1 out, bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Bucks over the Legends. These teams will see each other again, I think, pretty soon. Play in the same league here in the Pro-Am. Legends near the top of the standings with those Bucks. So this is a big game for both these squads. 2-2 the count. Could see these teams play each other in a playoff series at the end of July. David and I will be there if the Bucks do make the playoffs. That's fouled back, so we'll do it again. Playoffs are in Brookside Park in Pasadena. Top 4 teams, I believe they play 2 out of 3 series.
Yeah, all I just know is that the last day will be July 27th, I believe.
Yeah, that's if our Bucks can make the championship game. Hopefully we will have that opportunity. So we'll see. Long season ahead. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He blows the fastball once again by Hodges, and he is down by way of the K. So back-to-back strikeouts here in the bottom half of the 6th, and it'll get the order started once again. But it looks like we have a pinch hitter for the Legends, number 7, Leo Sanchez. Leo Sanchez pinch hitting for Ryan Osso, and we'll see, assuming he will take over third base as well. So Leo Sanchez takes a ball upstairs. 1-0 the count. Bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Bucks, holding a slim margin right now. That's outside for ball number 2. Legends looking to get a base runner and get a rally started here in the bottom of the 6th. And to our viewers watching here on recording, David will be taking over the 7th inning after this bottom half of the 6th, and he'll finish it up, unless we do have extras, where we've had that happen a few times this year. So we'll see. In a close game like this, you never know. That's low and away for ball number 3. So back to top of the order, pinch hitter Leo Sanchez, just trying to find his way on base here. 3-0, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, Bucks leading 3-2 from Long Beach City College. The 3-0 taken for strike number 1.
I was just about to say, yeah, I imagine you'll take this one here with 2 outs. You don't want to risk popping one out.
Yeah, just trying to find a base runner here with 2 outs and the way this game's gone. You know, base runners have been so important, and that is strike 2. So the count has even up. Perrick has done a nice job of finding his way back into this count after getting down 3-0. So here comes the payoff pitch. Bottom of the 6th is upstairs for ball number 4, and Leo Sanchez, who just checked in the game for the Legends, finds himself on first base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and he'll bring up number 1, AJ Quezada, who's been busy in center field today, has played a good center field. He is 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out to second in the 1st, and struck out in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch, taken upstairs for ball number 1. So Perrick, he's in line for today's win. He has given up the 2 runs today, and we'll see if we have a pitching change, I would assume, in the 7th, as we have action down in right field for the Bucks in their respective bullpen. Here's the pitch. It's low, 2-0. So Perrick, you know, getting a little behind these hitters. Got to find himself back in the strike zone.
Yeah, you know, he started this inning with back-to-back Ks, gave up the walk, just got to collect himself again and find himself to get out of this inning scot-free.
Yeah, that would be nice. 2-0, and that's smacked into center field. That's going to be a base knock for Quezada, and that will put 2 on, 2 out here in the 6th inning, as Michael Carger is now the new center fielder for your Bucks. And David has pointed that out to me nicely because of his shiny blue glove in center field. And that will bring up a big opportunity for number 28, pinch hitting. Another pinch hitter here, Rivera. We'll get his first name in a second. He swings and misses through the fastball, and that throw down to first is not in time, as Olvera's trying to get the runner leaning a little bit. So Quezada is on first with a single. Sanchez, who checked in the game, who walked, is on second. And number 28, Josiah Rivera. Now the count is even at 1 apiece. Josiah, what a big opportunity. What a big moment here in this ball game. 3-2 Bucks lead, bottom of the 6th, 2 on, 2 out. 1-1 count to pinch hitter Josiah Rivera, number 28. Here's the pitch from Jonathan Perrick, and that is popped foul. First base side will get out of play. So Perrick ahead in the count, 1-2, 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam here in the bottom half of the 6th. Sanchez on second, Quezada on first, Rivera at the plate, the 1-2. Ball, throw down to second is in time. He got him. What a play from Olvera, throwing all the way down to second to pick off Sanchez at second base and end the threat in the bottom of the 6th. David, what a play from Olveras.
Yeah, I know. He saw back in the 2nd inning, he saw Eddie Diaz do that, and he said, get Stephen Murray out at first, and he told Diaz, hey, I can one-up you right there by getting the guy all the way out at second, because, you know, it's a lot easier to throw down to first, but having to throw all the way across and over the mound, that's tough to do. And Olvera said, yeah, I told Diaz, yeah, I'm going to one-up you there, right there.
And what a throw and what a big moment to get out of that jam. Josiah Rivera will also have to lead off again in the bottom of the 7th inning. But that's it for the bottom of the 6th. We head to the top of the 7th. Your Bucks still in front 3-2, and David will be finishing it out here on play-by-play for the inning 7, 8, and 9.
And we welcome you back to Long Beach City College as we are set to start the top of the 7th inning. And up to bat, looks like we have a pinch hitter for Brandon Whiting as he took over, as we mentioned, took over in the 6th inning at center. This is Michael Carger. And the first pitch he sees is a strike, as Julian Flores takes the mound once again, took over for Anthony Hoya in the top of the 4th, and has given up only 2 hits and no runs as he's kept his legends in this game. And he gets Carger to swing and miss at that one, so that will make it strike 2. So Carger already down in the count, 0-2. As we mentioned, Carger wearing a bright teal baseball glove. That allowed us to know that he took over in center. And that pitch is way outside and past the catcher Diaz. And that will be ball 1. So 1-2 is your count. Nobody out. We are in the top of the 7th, and the Buccaneers clinging on to a 3-2 lead.
Flores throwing something off of these pitches. They're really slow, and Carter has to wait back on these.
Here's the 1-2. And he got him to look like a statue on that off-speeder as he gets Carger with the lead-off strikeout. So what a nice off-speeder by Flores, and just froze him like a statue right there.
Flores throwing in that 50, 60 miles an hour, it seems like. Good pitch right there, good location. Picks out the first out of the inning, and right now if you're the Legends, you got to keep this deficit at 1. Bucks in front.
As this will now bring up Matt Leiterman up with 1 down. And here's the pitch. And Leiterman will foul that one back off the chain link fence, where it can be played, where Alex Olvera will have to get that ball to retrieve it. So 0-1 your count. Flores sets, goes through the signs with his catcher Diaz. They finally agree on a pitch, but that pitch was way outside and behind the plate, and that's going to be ball 1. So as I like to say, we got 1s across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And that fastball is right down Broadway for strike 2. As Leiterman will look at that one go right by, and the count will now be 1-2. And that pitch is in the dirt. Now make it 2s apiece. So 2-2 your count. Leiterman is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Here's Flores. And that off-speeder was way out and away. A lot of these pitches, luckily nobody's aboard, but a lot of these pitches getting right by Diaz. So throwing a lot of what would be wild pitches if there were runners on base.
And Flores just throwing really big-time off-speed pitches, kind of looking like fork balls to me, and Bucks hitters just got to wait back patiently right now.
Here's the payoff pitch. And that is low below the knees, and Leiterman will gladly take his free pass to first base as he's able to draw a 1-out walk. So now Alex Olvera steps up to the plate, started the afternoon as the extra hitter, but then took over in the 4th inning to play catcher, as we had Connor Bell catching for Josh DePietro, who started the first 3 innings, and then Jonathan Perrick, who pitched the next 3 innings. So Olvera took over for catcher to catch for Perrick. And Flores goes to first to get Leiterman to retreat, as we've seen quite a few pickoffs in this game, especially from catchers. And Olvera goes after the first pitch he sees, and that's going to drop in front of the center fielder, which is Kiwazada. And Adam, I had my head down looking to see who was playing center. So what just happened there, and how come the runners get an extra base?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest, what happened right there. Must have been a throwing error mistake to reach for runners to move up extra 90 feet.
Yeah, had to have been, as again, not having any live stats right in front of us, we have to write everything down, so sometimes we put our heads down to get everything written down. But nevertheless, we have Leiterman at second, and Olvera at third, and Romero takes ball one. Yeah, correction. Leiterman at third, Olvera is at second. So I'm going to rule that a single for Olvera, and I guess that would be an error on the part of the LA Legends. Here's the 1-0 to Romero as he skyrockets one to right field, where it can be easily played by Bird, but tagging, and correction, that drops in front of Bird. And Brody Romero now has a 9-game hitting streak by way of a 1-out RBI single.
Sometimes you don't have to hit it hard, you just got to find the right spot, and Romero dunks it in perfectly into shallow right field, brings home a crucial another run to add on to this Bucs lead, and Romero continues that hitting streak.
So now we have runners at the corners, and the Buccaneers now have a 2-run lead off the RBI single from Romero. One away, and this is Troy May at the plate, and he takes ball one. So we're seeing quite the same thing from Flores here. Both him and Hoya, they started out hot, and then just when they got to their fourth or so inning of work, they are starting to kind of lose their game here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and it's tough for pitchers when you're going through a lineup multiple times. Hitters start to see some of your tendencies, pick up on some things. Bucs hitters are doing a good job of that, and they're waiting for their pitches to hit, and they've been doing them successfully. And the biggest thing, though, for the Legends, why they've struggled in the later innings of their respective outings, is the walks have been killer.
Yeah, very much so. So 1-1 the count to Troy May. He's 1 for 2. Had a single back in the first, but was stranded at third. And now that'll make the count 1-2. Two and 1 is the count. My bad. Olvera at third. Romero's at first. And the pitch. And that is hit deep to center field. And that's going to be deep enough to draw a sacrifice fly. Olvera comes home to score. And the Bucs now have a 3-run lead once again, as they now take a 5-2 lead. So good bit of work right here to give some insurance for the Buccaneers to get their 3-run lead back.
And that's just great piece of hitting from May, knowing the situation he's in. Guy on third, 1 out. You're up 2 runs. You're trying to get home another run, get that 3-run lead, and he hits it perfectly to center field for an easy sacrifice fly attempt for Olvera to score. In the Bucs, every time these teams that their opponents get close, they seem to push them further away when it matters most.
Yeah, we definitely saw that in the game against the Philippines the other day, as there's a drive deep to right field, but Bird's got an easy play on it, and that will end the inning, but not before the Bucs put up 2 more runs to take a 3-run lead. It is stretch time here in Long Beach, and we will have the bottom of the 7th for you right after this. And we are set to begin the bottom of the 7th inning. Hopefully you enjoyed your own playing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, as we have a new pitcher on the mound. It is Carlito Nunez, a new guy who just arrived to the team yesterday. And he will face Josiah Rivera and gets him to foul off the first pitch, so that'll be strike one. So yeah, Nunez, a new guy, as he takes over for Jonathan Perrick. Had 3 solid innings of work, gave up 2 runs, but still managed to get 4 Ks. So far, you like what you've seen from these Bucks pitchers.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of controlling the Legends bats here today. They've had a couple innings of diciness, but they've done a nice job of limiting the damage, and now they're on to their new pitcher and third pitcher of the day. So it's first out.
And that will be played where Gordon can play it, unless there has been a defensive change at second. Let's see. Nope, that is still Gordon, and he continues his busy day at second. And one is now away, and that'll now bring up Delvin Gomez, who has back-to-back flyouts to right field.
I do, just for the viewers' sake, know the final line of Jonathan Perrick. 3 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits, and 2 runs, both earned. His final line here today.
As the first pitch to Gomez is in there for a strike.
And in line for the win.
Yes, Perrick is in line for the win. And that pitch is high, so 1-1 your count. Ones across the board once again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So Nunez sets, trying to get acclimated to this new system as he's throwing to a new catcher, and that's high and away for ball 2, so 2-1 your count, as that is Cider Cannon taking over for Alex Olvera. Now we're not sure if he'll be batting 9th in Connor Bell's position and if Olvera will return to EH. We'll find out if he comes around to bat. And that's high and away, ball 3, so 3-1 the count now. As Gomez trying to draw a walk, see if he can get aboard to help his team get back in this game as they trail by 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 3-1, and that's high for ball 4, so that'll be a 5-pitch walk, and Gomez takes his free pass to first, and that'll now bring up a pinch hitter. This is number 2. And that is Isaac Quiros. So number 2, Isaac Quiros, takes over for Matthew Olveras. And I imagine that also means he's playing short now, too. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. As Nunez will go for the pickoff. Somebody in the Bucks dugout thought for sure that he had him, but he is safe by a mile, and he stays, and Gomez So 1-0-2 the count now as Quiros fouls that one back. So the 0-2 pitch. Nunez sets, and Quiros lines this into shallow left field, and the runners will advance 90 feet as Gomez gets to second. And Isaac has himself a nice pinch hit single, 1-out single right there. And we have another pitcher now as Dylan Nieto checks out. This is number 11, Lawrence. Luca Lawrence, that is. As we're getting to go through all the subs, as he goes after the first pitch he sees, and that's going to go into shallow right, and he's got himself a 1-out got himself a 1-out RBI, and that'll now make the score 5-3. So Luca Lawrence wasted no time on that one, and just like that, goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's got a run on the board for his team.
Yeah, the Legends continue to fight here in the bottom of the 7th, back-to-back singles and from the pinch hitters. So the bench of the Legends right now doing a great job, and they have an opportunity to get right back in this game even more here in the 7th, threatening for more.
And now this is Ota back on the mound. He had a 2-run RBI in the 5th inning. And that is a ball. So 1-1 is your count. Yes, 1-1 the count to Ota. 1 for 2. As mentioned, had that 2-run RBI single in the 5th. And he goes after this one, and he's got himself another single. And round staying at 3rd, so runner is Quiros. Lawrence moved to 2nd. And Ota, how about he's having a good night? Has 2 singles so far.
Ota just loves going the other way with the pitch, taking it where it's thrown to him. And Ota, nice compact level swing into right field. 3 straight singles from this Legends team. And they're fighting right now. Good opportunity to tie or even take the lead in this inning. So this is a big spot in this game. The mound meeting right now. You got to see how long the Bucks will leave in Nunez. I know they got someone warmed up in the right field bullpen as well, just in case.
And now we're going to have another pinch hitter as Rylan Chaston will take over behind the plate, playing catcher, as he comes in with a huge opportunity. Only down 2, and a bases loaded with only 1 out.
Yeah, so the pinch hitters have been getting it done for the Legends here in this bottom of the 7th inning. We'll see if number 12 can do so once again in this big spot with the bases juiced.
Yeah, Rylan Chaston wearing number 12, playing catcher, batting left. Quiros at 3rd. Lawrence at 2nd, Ota at 1st, and the first pitch to Chaston is in there for strike 1. So Nunez gets ready, and a soft grounder over a leaping Nunez, and they're gonna get the force out at first, but coming home to score is Quiros. Lawrence moves to 3rd, and Ota moves to 2nd. So RBI ground out to Chaston. And just like that, the Legends now only trail by 1, and the tying run 90 feet away.
Yeah, so that was a good piece of hitting from Chaston right there, just past the attempt of Nunez. Gordon, though, making the smart play, getting the easy out at first, but a run does come home, and now they are 90 feet away from tying the game and 180 from taking the lead.
As Sebastian Bird steps up to the plate, 2 outs, runners at 3rd and 2nd, and he takes ball 1. And now that'll make it strike 1, so 1-1 the count. Huge opportunity here as Nunez, a newbie, trying to show his team, his new team, that he can pitch. Here's the 1-1, and that's fouled away to make it 1-2. Nunez trying to limit the damage to just 1 run, or just the 2 runs, but heading to the top of the 8th with his team still in the lead. Sebastian Bird has played right field the entire game. And here's the 1-2. And that is sky to center field. And that's going to drop. And just like that, the Legends take the lead on a 2-run RBI 2-out single by Bird. So So how about that? The Legends not going away easily, and in the 7th, they have themselves the lead.
Just great piece of hitting there from Sebastian Bird, getting it out into right center, and this Legends team continues to fight. They get their first lead of the ball game, not hitting the ball too hard, but just finding holes in the outfield, and they're doing it by way of the single. And the bottom of the order's doing it, and their subs. So credit to the Legends. Bucks will have to come back in this one now. A huge 7th inning from the Legends.
As Hayden Hayes steps up to the plate, he has 2 strikeouts, and they're going to try the pickoff at first, but Bird is able to retreat in time, as 1-1 is the count. But yeah, these Legends, again, like I said, no lead in baseball is safe. No lead in any sport is safe, for that matter. I mean, just ask the Indianapolis Colts this past year, blowing the hugest lead in NFL history. Runner goes, and he'll be in it, and with the stolen base is Bird. He'll make it to second with a no throw, as already there's 2 strikes on Hayes.
But how big was the Bucks scoring 2 runs in the top half of the 7th? Otherwise, it would be 6-3 right now, Legends in front, even though the Bucks are still right in this game, but a disappointing ending in Nunez's debut, obviously.
2-2 is now the count, as that ball is high and away. So we got 2s across the board now, with a runner at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's the 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Hayes. And the inning is over, but not before the LA Legends have a legendary 7th inning by scoring 4 runs and taking the lead. And when we come back after this, we will have the top of the 8th inning for you, with the Buccaneers now trailing by a run. Welcome back to Long Beach City College as we enter the top of the 8th inning, as the Legends have a 6-5 lead. First time the Bucks have trailed all game, and they have 2 more at-bats to try and get that back, as the first pitch to Ryder Gordon is in there for a strike. And we have a new pitcher on the mound as Angel Flores steps up to the mound, and he'll deliver a ball. So 1-1 the count now to Ryder Gordon. And Not sure if Angel and Julian are related, but do you have the stat, Adam? Do you have the stat line for Julian?
Yeah, so final stat line for Julian Flores, the second pitcher for the Legends here this afternoon. 3 1/3 inning as Gordon hits a deep fly ball to left center, but will be caught for the first out of the inning. But as I was saying, Julian Flores, 3 1/3, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 3 hits, 2 runs, and 2 earned. So Julian Flores, is now the pitcher of record in line for today's win.
Thank you, Adam. As one is now away, Colin Bell will step up to the plate. He is 1 for 2 officially. Had a double in the 6th inning, and the first pitch to him is a wild throw, and that is going to be ball 1. In the 4th inning, he drew a walk and was able to come around to score. So Colin Bell played right field the entire game, and that next pitch to him is high, and that'll make it 2-0, the count. As one defensive change that I know that we have for certain is Raylan Chaston is catching for Angel Flores now. And Bell goes after that one, but it's skied into shallow left field where it can be easily played by center fielder AJ Quezada. And just like that, 2 are up and 2 are down. And now the Bucks are down to their last 4 outs as Stephen Murray will look to see if he can start a 2-out rally here.
Yeah, and if you're the Bucks right now, you're not going to do it with one swing. You got to get some base runners on, take it one at bat at a time here. You're now at the 3 more hitters until the top of the order. So if you can at least get some kind of a rally going in the bottom or the top of the 8th, you'll have majority of the top of the order and the top of the 9th, which will be crucial, I think, for the Bucks.
As the second pitch to Murray is in there for ball 2, so 2-0 is your count that you can see on your screen now. Flores sets, and the 0-2 pitch is high and away for ball 3. So Murray trying to get on board. He does have 2 walks in the game. 0 for 1 officially as he flied out to third in that 6th inning. Here's the 3-0, and that's low and away for a 4-pitch walk. And Murray will take his free pass to first, and he's able to draw himself a nice 2-out walk. And now as mentioned earlier, number 6 is now up to bat, who took over at catcher in the last inning to catch for Carlito Nunez. As it's Cider Cannon up to bat for his first at-bat, and he takes strike 1.
You got to think in this moment, Murray is going to try to go at some point down to second base to get himself into scoring position if he can.
Yes, Murray does have a nice set of wheels on him as Cannon goes after that pitch and lines it into right field, and the runners will advance 90 feet, so a nice 2-out single for Cider Cannon at his first at-bat.
But like I just said a few batters ago, no matter what happens now here, you at least made it tough for the Legends pitching staff, because even if Carter were to get out in this situation, you have your 1, 2, 3 hitters due up in the top of the 9th. So those big time from the Bucks to at least threaten here in the top of the 8th, so their top of the order can bat in the 9th.
So Michael Carter steps up, struck out looking against Julian Flores in the 7th inning. As Carter took over for Brandon Whiting in center field back in the 6th inning, and he goes after the first pitch he sees, but he fouls this one away for strike 1. So Murray at second, Cannon at first. Angel Flores is pitching. Again, not quite sure if he's related to Julian Flores. Angel Flores sets and delivers, and that's low and away for ball 1, so 1-1 is the count. As we mentioned earlier, we've seen the Buccaneers have lots of 2-out rallies, and see if they can get another 2-out rally going here.
Yeah, can the 2-out magic continue for this Bucks team? Big spot for Carger, who came into this game a few innings ago.
And he swings and misses at the 1-1. Yeah, that'll now make it 1-2 with 2 outs. So, Angel Flores trying to get out of this inning by leaving minimal damage, just leaving those runners stranded at second and first as his team clings on to a 1-run lead. So he goes through the signs, takes a few looks back at second, and the 1-2 is low and away for strike 3, and applying the tag is Chaston, and just like that, the threat is over, and the Legends will step up to the plate to try to maybe add some insurance right there. So we'll have the bottom of the 8th for you right after the warm-ups.
Last night, the Yankees.
And we are set to begin the bottom of the 8th inning as Leo Sanchez takes the plate. He took over for Ryan Aso in the 6th, and Sanchez is playing third. He was able to draw a walk back in the 6th, but then got picked off in the 2nd by Alex Olvera, as the first pitch from Galen Mendoza is now up to pitch, and the first pitch he throws to Sanchez is a ball. So the Legends trying to see if they can add some insurance before they go to the 9th inning. Here's the 1-0, and unable to hold his swing was Sanchez, so that'll be strike 1. 1-1 is the count now. So the Legends, after having 12 up, 12 down, have now got the bats going, as they've managed, as there's a strike, so 1-2 is the count now, as they've managed to get the bats going and put up 6 runs after the first 12 batters were out, when it looked like there was going to be maybe a perfect game for this Bucks pitching staff. But the Legends, the bats, they came late, but they came.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of just continuing to fight, and despite them being down most of this ball game, they have taken the lead now, and they're trying to go and win this ball game.
As swinging and missing was Sanchez on that last play, but Cider Cannon picks up the ball and throws it down to first, and that'll be out number 1 on the strikeout for Mendoza. And AJ Kiwazada is now up. He's played the entire game so far. Mendoza, another tall left-hander, just like DePietro. He gets Qdoza to foul off that first one. But yeah, 2 lefties in this pitching staff, and they're both kind of tall, kind of like Randy Johnson-esque, wouldn't you say?
I would say so myself, and they both throw the ball really hard, and I'm excited to see what Galen Mendoza has here in the 8th inning. Very important for this Bucks team to get 3 outs and not give up any runs so they can keep the deficit at 1. But David, I did want to mention the one biggest thing that why the Bucks are trailing right now. 11 men left on base.
As this ball is skyrocketed into foul territory, and making the easy catch is Cider Cannon. And just like that, 2 are away. And now that'll bring up Josiah Rivera, who grounded out to second in his first plate appearance at 6. He took over for Drew Emmons, who was DHing. But yes, you're right. All those runners left on board. They had a golden opportunity with a runner at third with only 1 out, and yeah, Stephen Murray popped it up too shallow to just the third baseman in foul territory. As the first pitch to Rivera is outside for ball 1. And now make that ball 2 as that is low and outside.
And part of the reason why they've left so many runners on base is because the Legends pitching staff has walked 8 Bucks so far in 8 innings of play.
Yeah, so the Bucks definitely doing a good job at drawing walks as Josiah fouls that one away to make the count 2-1. Yeah, they definitely had some good eyesight at the plate to draw all those walks, but again, when you get runners on board, you got to take advantage, especially when they're in scoring position and especially when there are less than 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 to Rivera, and that's high and away for ball 3, so now that'll make it 3-1.
But they did come back similar to the down run against the Philippines this past week, a few days ago, so we'll see if they can have that same magic here this afternoon.
Here's the 3-1, and that's low and away for ball 4. But yeah, as you alluded to, on Thursday against the Philippines over at LA Pierce College, yeah, they entered the 9th inning down by a run, and they were able to come back and get that walk-off win, as even though they were at LA Pierce College, they for some reason were the home team that game.
Yeah, so Bucks have showed a lot of fight this year. That's why they're 7-1. Legends are one of the top teams, as I mentioned earlier, in this league. So it's a powerhouse matchup between 2 very quality teams. Could see each other next month down the stretch in postseason play.
As the first pitch to Delvin Gomez, he swings and misses at that. So strike 1 is your count with 2 outs and a runner at first. Mendoza sets. Here's the 0-1. And another off-speeder gets Gomez to foul that one away. And quickly down in the hole 0-2 is Gomez. As we've seen the off-speeder they rely on that quite a bit.
Yeah, off-speed pitching has been working for the entire staff of the Bucks here today, and they've been located very well. See if he can punch them out here.
And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that will end the 8th inning as Mendoza records his 2nd strikeout. And aside from the 2-out walk, does no further damage, and he will give his team a chance to make a 9th inning comeback, which we'll have for you right here on the official YouTube channel of the Ventura County Pirates. Keep it right here. We will have that inning for you right after the warm-ups. And welcome back, everyone. We are now set to begin the top of the ninth inning. Buccaneers have 3 more outs to work with to see if they can extend this game. As the first pitch to Matt Leiterman is high and away for ball 1. As Angel Flores trying to get the save. As Julian Flores is in line for the win. And that fastball is high and away for ball 2. So 2-0 the count to Matt Leiterman. We've seen the Buccaneers. They were in the same situation against the Team Philippines on Thursday. Entering the ninth, down by a run. And that pitch is high and away. And that'll be strike 1, so 2-1 the count. But Flores trying to stand in their way to pick up the save and hand the Bucs their second loss on the season. So here's Angel Flores, and here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's low for ball 3, so 3-1 is your count, as Leiterman tries to draw the leadoff walk and put the tying run aboard. Here's the 3-1, and that is lined into shallow left field, and just like that, the Bucs have themselves a leadoff single, so nice bit of hitting by Leiterman, keeping this game going and what we've seen the Bucs do all season long.
Yeah, and great piece of hitting from Leiterman. 3-1 ahead in the count. You had to feel like he was going to get something over the heart of the plate. Does a good job of getting his hands over the plate and hitting a line drive in the left field, and that is exactly what the Bucs need to get the leadoff runner on base.
Now here's Alex Olvera. Started out as extra hitter, then he went to catcher. Now he's back in the extra hitter spot. And he takes ball 1 as that pitch is high and inside. Olvera having to back away from that. Flores sets. He's throwing the ball to Chaston as he goes through the signs. But we're going to have time called. As Lavelle Bowen doing a good job calling the balls and strikes today. I imagine with all that umpire gear standing out in the sun, that can't be easy.
Yeah, probably very hot getting his workout in here today, but he's done a really good job. Been very consistent on both sides today.
As that pitch is inside for ball 2. Oh yeah, I can definitely say that Bowen has certainly been one of the better umps that I've seen so far. Definitely not a blind ump. Here's the 2-0. And that's right down Broadway for strike 1. So 2-1 is the count now. So Olvera had himself a busy day. He's 2 for 3 officially. But he's been on base 3 times as he reaches out and goes after this one. And that drops in front of center field. And just like that, 2 runners are on. The winning run now, or the that would be the go-ahead run, is now on first. And Brody Romero, who's having a heck of a season so far, has a chance to really kind of maybe be a hero here.
Yeah, and the Bucs, I mean, they've done this all year long. The Cardiac kids, can they do it one more time? 2 singles to lead off the ninth. Heart of the order, like I mentioned, in this spot. Good opportunity for Romero.
So Leiterman at second, and Olvera's at first, and nobody's out. As you alluded to earlier, the Bucs have left 11 on board, really trying hard not to let that be a theme as we enter this top of the ninth. And here's the pitch, and Romero fouls that one off for strike 1.
I know Romero's a power hitter here, but I'd be content with maybe him laying down a bunt and get both runners into scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah, we've definitely seen the small ball be very effective for the Bucs this season, as we once saw a walk-off on a bunt. And that pitch gets away from... That pitch bounces off the catcher, Chastlin, but it goes right to Flores, and the runners will have to stay put, and that'll make the count 1-1.
Yeah, right. Tricky situation for Leiterman right there. You don't want to make the out on third base. You're already in scoring position with no outs. I wouldn't test it. I know he could have gone there and it would have been a bang-bang play a little bit, but I like his decision to stay put.
As 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Romero skyrockets this one to right field, where Sebastian Bird can not make the play. And what are we going to rule that, an E9? Would you rule that an E9 right there, Adam?
I would. I mean, it didn't hit anybody, but Sebastian Bird obviously lost that ball in the sun. He turned the wrong way, and once he turned the wrong way, you could tell that it was going to fall in there. And what a costly time for him to not make the catch. And now the Bucks tie the score and have an opportunity to grab a lead and maybe even extend the lead. What a big time play right there, and great job from Romero. No matter what, that would have been a sac fly, so he does his job.
Okay, so we are going to change our ruling from E9 to hit, as we are not going to fault Romero on that because couldn't really do much about the sun right there. So 3 straight singles, and this is a huge opportunity for Troy May with no outs and the bases loaded on back-to-back-to-back singles. So we will change the ruling from E9 to single right there because, yeah, really, Bird can't do anything about the sun, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, just unfortunate. He's done well with the sun all day, just could not make it right there.
As this is going to be popped, and that's going to drop, and we have ourselves a brand new ball game. As again, getting it done by way of the bloopers to the shallow outfield, and just like that, the Bucks do what they've been doing all season, and they still have nobody out, and the base is loaded.
And Troy May all year has been incredible in that 4-hole position. He is the RBI machine as he drives in another RBI right there to tie the score at 6 apiece, and the Bucks could really break this thing open now.
So now this is Elvis Park, and he goes after the first pitch he sees, and this is going to be deep enough to get the sacrifice fly, and the Bucks now have a 7-6 lead. And, this never give up Bucks team, they get themselves into holes, they dig themselves out, and Elvis Park gives his team the lead on the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, great piece of hitting, Elvis Park, knowing the situation right there. Tie game, bases juice, get that ball in the air, get your run to come home from third. And as you said, they dig out of holes. They must have great shovels because they've been digging out of holes all year long and finding ways to win ball games.
Well, Ryder Gordon steps up to the plate as Romero is at second and May is at first with one away. And that gets away from Chaston, and the runners will advance 90 feet on the wild pitch. So 1-0 the count. Both runners advance 90 feet, and we have one out. So Ryder Gordon trying to now he looks to get some insurance here as we are we are going to for sure have a bottom of the ninth. Here's the 1-0, and Gordon skyrockets this to the deep infield, where easily making that play was the second baseman Isaac Quiros. So 2 are now away, and Colin Bell will step up, who has played the entire game at right field. So now that takes away the chance at a sacrifice fly, but you still have a runner at 90 feet away. Here's the pitch to Bell, and that bounces in off the chest protector of Chastain, correction. Yes, Chastain, that I looks like a L for me because I have to write so small in these score booklets. So 1-0 is the count. And here's the pitch. And that's right down easy street for strike one. 1-1 the count to Bell. Colin Bell drew a walk in the fourth and came around to score. And he also had a double in the sixth. Flores sets. And the 1-1 pitch once again bounces in off the chest protector of Chastain. And that'll make the count 2-1. So Buccaneers have scored 2 runs so far to take a 7-6 lead. And here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's low to make it 3-1. So Colin Bell trying to draw a 2-out walk to get the bases loaded once again. Flores sets, goes through the signs with Chastain. And the 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Was able to get Bell to climb the ladder on that one. And we're going to have a 2-out payoff pitch coming up.
Yeah, big moment in this game. Bucks have an opportunity to give the Legends a dagger right here, but it's been a back-and-forth game in the later innings. The Legends got to keep it to 1 run here if they want to have a chance in the ninth.
And the payoff pitch is a low one, and that's going to make it through the gap between third and short. And that's going to bring home not 1, but 2 runs, as with a 2-run RBI double, that is Colin Bell. He's into second sliding, brings home Romero and May, and that is now a 9-6 lead. So huge 2-out RBI from Bell to give his team some breathing room heading into the bottom of the ninth.
Colin Bell, just like his brother Connor, clutch hitting here. They weren't going to leave more runners on base in this ninth inning. They've broken things a little bit open in the ninth with a 4-spot. Impressive stuff from the Cardiac Kids in the Buccaneers. Let's see if they can get 3 outs in the bottom half to end it. But Stephen Murray could even add on here.
As Flores checks second to make Bell retreat at second. As his dugout is very aware of that, it tells him to get back. So here's the pitch to the Filipino-born Stephen Murray. And he swings and misses at that one, so to make the count 0-1. But yeah, how important is it to have like a 3-run lead, much better than having a 1-run lead as you enter the bottom of the ninth?
Yeah, a lot less pressure, especially if you get a base runner. You don't have to worry about the base runner in a 3-run lead. You're just trying to get outs. In a 1-run game, you got to really be cognizant of him. So it's really nice to have that extra insurance. And, you know, we've been talking about this. How impressive is this Bucs team? It seems like every time they're down late in the game, they find ways to get a lead and take advantage and grab some runs.
Yeah, you know, it's baseball, as you said, it's a 9-inning game. You know, it's not over till you get your 27th out, and they know that. They know that they never give up, as we've seen numerous comebacks. We saw them make comebacks against the Sliders, the Filipino team, and now making a comeback against the LA Legends. And just very impressive. Currently 7-1, trying to improve to 8-1 on the season. As we have a mound visit, as Chastain wants to talk things over with his pitcher, trying to see if they can end this inning here and give their team a chance to make a comeback. So Flores sets. And the 1-1 pitch. That's high and away for ball 2. Murray trying to draw a 2-out walk potentially. Keep the inning going. As Cider Cannon is in the on-deck circle, he would bat if Murray extends this inning. And the 2-1 pitch. And that is popped and hits the chain link fence right above us. And that'll now make it with 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Oh. Yeah, sometimes it's delayed. And Flores once again trying to keep Bell at bay. Keeping him there at second. Does not want him to steal the ball at base. So the 2-2 pitch is coming up. Bell takes his lead. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled away, and we will repeat 2-2. And just a reminder, you can follow the Ventura County Pirates and the Pro-Am Bucks of what they're doing on our social medias at V County Bucks or V County Pirates Baseball. We are on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So V County Pirates Baseball, that is, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, to see what the team is up to and for post-game interviews and everything you need to know about the whole Ventura County Bucks organization. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that is lined into right field. And coming home to score is Colin Bell. Cider Cannon goes into second. And it is now a 10-6 lead by way of Stephen Murray.
Incredible hitting from Stephen Murray. He continues the barrage of runs here in the top half of the ninth. Good in and out swing right there to get it into right field for an RBI single, and smart base running as well to take the extra 90 feet on the throw that got all the way home, and the Bucks have broken things open here in the ninth.
So 10-6 is the score now, as an impressive 4 runs have been put up by the Bucks. Take a 10-6 lead in this ninth inning, an inning that they trailed coming in. So correction, they have 5 runs this inning, and there's a wild pitch, and advancing 90 feet is Murray. And advancing 90 feet is Murray, so he is at third with 2 outs, and 1-0 is the count to Cider Cannon. Cannon looking to add on to this 5-run inning, as that pitch is right at the bottom part of the strike zone for strike 1. 1-1 is your count now. Murray at third, and we apologize for the camera, but since we're kind of seated at an angle, as that pitch is going to be fouled into right field. Yeah, we are seated at an angle. Before the game started, we tried putting the camera up against the fence so you wouldn't see the fence, but it just didn't quite work here at the angle. So the camera angle we got is the one we just are going to have to deal with. But we will promise you that tomorrow the camera will be much better, as we will be back at LA Valley College. No fence in your way, and right down the middle, as that pitch is bounced into the chest protector of Chaston, and 2-2 is the count. Once again, we have 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Stephen Murray at third, got the RBI double to bring Colin Bell home. Often get him and his brother Connor mixed up. And that's low and away, and we're going to have a 2-out payoff pitch coming up. And if Cannon is able to get on base here, that'll mean all 10 batters have had at-bats this inning. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's fouled away. But, yeah, how about that? 9 batters have stepped up to the plate in this 9th inning.
Yeah, pretty incredible, and once again, we're seeing a lot of runs with 2 outs because that's what the Bucks do best, hit in the clutch situationally and with 2 outs, and they continue to do so here, even when it matters most in this 9th inning. And, you know, it seems like a few hours ago they were losing 6-5, and all of a sudden they're now up 10-6.
Here's the payoff pitch again. And that is low below the knees, and just like that, Cannon is aboard with a 2-out walk, and we've reached Michael Carger, the 10th hitter of this inning. So, yeah, just like that, all 10 hitters have had an at-bat this 9th inning. Carger took over for Brandon Whiting at center field in the well, he took over in the bottom of the 6th, had his first at bat in the 7th. He struck out looking and struck out swinging. So maybe he wants to try and redeem himself from those strikeouts, as he'll take ball 1. I'm going to run out of room on my scorecard if Carger keeps this inning going.
I will do so as well. We'll see what happens here, but just so impressed with the Bucs here in this 9th inning. What a magical 9th it's been.
Here's the 1-0. Runner goes, and he will be safe easily, so Cider Cannon gets a stolen base as that pitch is in there for a strike. So 1-1 the count. Cannon moves over to second. Murray still at third. Flores gets set. And the 1-1 pitch is inside for ball 2. 2-1 is your count now. Flores goes over the signs with Chaston. And that's low below the knees for ball number 3. And Cannon trying to get the bases loaded here. Yeah, you're right. Just because you have 2 outs doesn't mean the inning, it's not over till there's 3 outs. And yeah, so the Bucs, they like playing with 2 outs. Here's the 3-1 to Carger. And that's high and away, ball 4. And just like that, Carger is aboard, and we've made it back to the top of the lineup.
Incredible. I mean, it is unbelievable how disciplined these Bucs hitters are. They will not give in no matter what the situation is. And here we got the guy, Letterman, who led things off with a single back in, it seems like 40 minutes ago, to lead off this 9th inning.
As the first pitch to Leiterman is in there for a ball. And he goes after that one and is popped into shallow right field, where making the play on the ball is second baseman Isaac Quiros. And just like that, the inning is over, but not before the Buccaneers take a 10-6 lead.
Incredible inning. What a moment for the Bucs. They put up a 5 spot. Nice little crooked number in the top half of the 9th. Grab a commanding 10-6 lead, and now are 3 outs away from improving to 8-1 on the young season. Impressive stuff from the Bucs. Let's see if they can close it out.
And taking the mound, can't quite see the number, but no, it looks like it will be Mendoza taking the mound, as he now has a nice comfortable lead to work with, and he's now the pitcher of record. So we will have the bottom of the 9th for you right after the warm-ups. Welcome back, everybody, to Long Beach City College, as Galen Mendoza steps up to the mound as he tries to put this one away, with his Buccaneers having a 4-run lead, as he deals the first pitch to Isaac Quiros, and that is going to be ball 1. Well, before the ninth inning started, we didn't know if we were going to see a bottom of the ninth, but a 5-run top of the ninth, and that puts us to where we are today, as that's a second ball to Quiros.
Yeah, and the biggest thing right now from the pitcher, Galen Mendoza, you've been sitting a while because of that crazy top of the ninth. Got to find a way to find the zone, get some outs. Down 3-0 to this first batter. Just got to lock back in and forget about what the score is. Just focus on getting 3 outs and giving your team another win.
Right. It's not over till you get the 27th out. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that's right down Broadway for strike 1, so 3-1 is your count now. You're right, just because you're up 4, it's not over till you get out number 27. Not like in other sports where we have a running clock, and that's going to be fouled away. And unable to locate that was Troy May, and so now the count is full. But yeah, in like football, basketball, and hockey, it's not over till there's zeros on the clock. Here, it's not over till you get the 27th out.
And we have a tough task today. If the Bucks were to hang on and win this ball game, who we are going to name the player of today's ball game?
I was just saying maybe the whole, right now I just have to give it to the whole team because this has been a perfect example of a good team effort in a team sport. Here's the payoff pitch. And an off-speeder was trying to get that to curve in, but couldn't quite get that in there. And Quiros is aboard with a leadoff walk. So now that'll bring up Luca Lawrence, who had an RBI single in the 7th when it looked like the Legends were going to take command of this game, as that pitch is high and away for ball 1. Yeah, in that 7th inning when they put 4 runs on the board, thought they were going to maybe run away with this game, weren't you?
Yeah, it seemed like they could have easily, and they just kept battling, and this is where we are right now. But, getting a little interesting situation here as Mendoza really needs to find his way of the strike zone right now.
Here's the 2-0 to Lawrence. And once again, that's pretty high again. And just like that, the count is 3-0. Lawrence being told to just play catch. You just got to take a step back. Here's the 3-0. And that's in there for strike 1. So 3-1 is the count now. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the 3-1. And that'll be in there for another full count. So back-to-back full counts coming up here. And the payoff pitch, runner goes, but he's going to have to go back to first as that is fouled away. So Lawrence fouls this one off. Quiros has to retreat back to first, and he's going to try again, and that's going to be ball 4, so no stolen base for Quiros, and the runners advance 90 feet, and back-to-back walks that Mendoza has delivered. So, like I said, this game is not over yet. Ota, who's had a heck of a game so far, he had a 2-run RBI in the 4th, and came around to score in the 7th. So Hayu Ota is now up to bat. And there's another high pitch and away for ball 1. Mendoza sets. And the 1-0 pitch. And that's low and inside, ball 2. And we don't have anyone warming up in the bullpen yet, so Cider Cannon steps off a home plate to talk with Mendoza. And what do you say in this situation? You're still leading by 4. You can maybe get a double play. What do you say in this situation?
I say pitch it where my glove is, right down the middle. I just want to see a strike from you right now. I know you can do it. You've done it before. Just give me strikes and let them beat you. Let them beat you, because right now he's beating himself with these walks and these pitches out of the zone. If he can throw strikes, I like the Bucks' chances.
And that's high and away, ball 3. So we're going to have another 3-0 count coming up.
I don't know if we'll have another pitcher too, so it might be Mendoza or bust for the Bucks.
As the 3-0 pitch, as is the standard, is right down the middle, and that's going to be strike 1. Yeah. But that's high and away, and that's going to be back-to-back-to-back walks. Quiros goes to third, Lawrence goes to second, and Ota takes the free pass to first.
Yeah, Ota's had an incredible day at the plate. Ota has reached 3 of his 4 plate appearances, 2 singles, 2 ribbies, and a walk now, and he has also scored a run. So he's had if the Legends were to win, I would have to give him the player of the game.
As the pitch to Raylan Chastain is in there for strike 1. Chastain took over in the 7th inning and played catcher as he caught for Angel Flores. He had an RBI ground out in the 7th. So 0 for 1 officially, but does have an RBI on the game as that pitch is away and outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-1, and he goes after that one, but it is fouled away, so 1-2 is the count now. Mendoza looking to try to... A strikeout would be huge in this situation. And the 1-2 pitch. Tried to get him with that off-speeder, but he wasn't going to go chasing after that one. So 2-2 the count. Bases loaded. So nobody to put him if he walks him here. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And how important was that strikeout for Mendoza?
Yeah, I think for Mendoza, you got to see one go through. Huge strikeout right there with the bases juiced. And, you know, when you find the strike zone again, good things can happen. And now you're 2 outs away from getting this win.
So now here's Sebastian Bird, who's had a busy afternoon playing right field. Had to battle the sun in that last inning. And that off-speeder is low and inside for ball 1. Bases loaded, 1 away. And the 1-0 pitch is away and outside for ball 2. Bird also had an RBI single in the 7th and had a stolen base as well. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that's inside, ball 3. So Sebastian Bird trying to get an RBI without swinging the bat. And the 3-0 pitch. That's away and outside, and just like that, there you have it, the RBI walk by Sebastian Bird. And now the Legends, one swing of the bat, and they could win this game if they can get a home run here. But, it's still possible. One swing of the bat, and the game could be over.
Yeah, just unfortunate for Mendoza. It really does not have it going on here in the 9th. Nice, smart mound decision from the coach. But the thing is, for the Bucks right now, I don't think they have anyone else in this game. So Mendoza's going to have to find a way to lock back in here and try to get 2 more outs. You see with that strikeout that he had, that he has the command, he has the arsenal to get the outs and win this game for the Bucks. He had a good inning in the 8th, but if you're not throwing strikes, it's hard to beat anybody. So you still have a 3-run lead. Just find a way to get this guy out and work from there. But unfortunate because he has walked 4 guys here in this inning, only facing 5 batters. So we got a dicey situation on our hands in the bottom of the 9th.
So this is Hayden Hodges, who just is 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Huge opportunity to redeem himself, kind of like what Terrell Owens once did in a wild card game when he was with the 49ers. If you remember that TO game where he just was having a horrible game, but then caught the game-winning touchdown. So chance right here for Hayden Hodges to maybe pull a TO. Bases loaded, only 1 out. And that is low and away for ball 1. So 1-0 the count. Lawrence is at third, Ota at second, and Bird at first. And just below the knees, and that's going to be ball 2.
And in situations like this, when you're struggling to throw strikes as a pitcher, the ump's not going to give you those 50-50 calls because you haven't been throwing strikes consistently. So unfortunate for Mendoza right there where he just missed.
Here's the 2-0, and that's right in there for strike 1. 1-2 the count. As mentioned, Hodges has struck out swinging all 3 of his plate appearances. And the 2-1 pitch. That's high and up there, ball 3. So Hodges wants to join the party, wants to get aboard. See if he can draw it. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and he swings and misses at that, and that's going to make the count full.
Come on, 2-1. One more.
So 3-2-1 is what shows on your scoreboard right there. Nobody to place him, nowhere to place him, and the payoff pitch is low and away, ball 4, and Hodges gets himself an RBI walk. And just like that, the Legends now find themselves only down by 2. And I think we might bring a position player in to pitch now, as, you know, Mendoza just didn't quite have his stuff here in the 9th.
Yeah, really unfortunate, as I've been saying, but, you know, sometimes you just don't have it. You lose command of that strike zone, and it's kind of contagious, and it was for Mendoza. Unfortunate that he wasn't able to finish out this ball game and give the Bucs the victory. Now someone for this Bucs team is going to have to light out this fire, and it looks like Matthew Leiterman will be pitching for the Bucs, so he finds himself in a very difficult situation here where the base is juiced and only 1 out.
Yeah, we've seen Leiterman pitch before. I've often considered he's like the Bucs' own Shohei Ohtani. He can hit, he can pitch, he can field. So, yeah, I think this is a smart move right here for the Bucs to throw Leiterman up. We're going to step aside while he warms up, and we will continue the bottom of the 9th for you with only 1 out, bases loaded, and the Buccaneers clinging on to a 2-run lead. And Leiterman warms up, gets his warm-up pitches in, comes in, inheriting a bases-loaded, 1-out situation, and his team only up by 2. This is not an easy situation to be thrown in, as he will face Leo Sanchez for a huge at-bat. And that pitch is low and away for ball number 1.
Come on, Matthew. Throw right in there, kid.
So 1-0 the count. Bases loaded, nowhere to place Sanchez. And here is the pitch. And that once again is low and away And that's going to be ball number 2.
Come on, Matt.
So we have Lawrence at third. No, wait. Ota is at second. Ota's at third. Chastain at...
Out of the way.
No, Bird is at second, and Hodges is at first. And there's a strike to Sanchez, so 2-1 is the count. Yes, Ota at third, Bird at second, Hodges at first. And that ball is low and away, gets away from Carger, but Carger able to keep it with him to keep Ota at third. So 3-1 is the count. And should the runners on board were to score, that would end the game, and all those runs would be charged to Mendoza. Leiterman sets. Here's the 3-1.
There you go.
And that's outside for ball 4, and another RBI walk from Sanchez. And Ota comes around to score, and just like that, the Legends have the tying run 90 feet away.
Let's get this one, Matt.
It's just crazy. They don't have a hit. It's been all walks. I think 6 walks now here in the inning. It's been just a crazy game in general.
As Kiwazada swings and misses at the first pitch. So 1-0 is the count. Did Kiwazada get a hit in the 6th, or was that a walk?
It was a hit.
Okay. And Kiwazada grounds this one back to Leiterman. He goes home, and the ball gets away from Carger, and there's your walk-off winner for the Legends. As the Legends walk it off, they win it by a score of 11-10. And what a 9th inning for you right here, Adam.
I don't think I have ever seen a baseball game like this one. The Bucks were up 10-6 in the bottom of the 9th, and the Legends score 5 runs, recording only 1 out, and they hit the ball once, about a few feet to the pitcher. And Leiterman actually made a great play with the bare hand through home, but he was in time because he was off the bag, and the tag wasn't applied safely as he lost the ball, the catcher, and then smartly the extra runner on third comes around and scores from home to win the game. Really unfortunate and disappointing loss for the Bucks after their incredible comeback in the top of the 9th, but that's on the pitching staff just because of all the walks in this 9th inning.
I mean, yeah, if you can believe that, there was not one hit in that bottom of the 9th inning. They were all walks, and then a fielder's choice, right? And then a fielder's choice right there. So, and the ball, it was a decent throw by Leiterman, but just Carger couldn't quite get a play on that, as he was maybe thinking a little bit too far ahead. And yeah, and just like that, the Legends, they came into the game trailing by 4, and they answer. So they see the Buccaneers get a 5-run 9th, and they said, we'll answer with a 5-run 9th of our own.
Yeah, how about 10 runs combined in the 9th inning? Pretty crazy for both teams. And just for the pitching staff, you feel bad, especially for Mendoza, who just could not find the zone in that bottom of the 9th inning. Every once in a while, it will happen. Bucks have been great all year. It's just one loss. It just stings how it happened here today, and we'll see if the Bucks can get it back tomorrow in the doubleheader.
So, yes, as you mentioned, Galen Mendoza will be charged will be charged with those 3 runs. Thus, he will be the pitcher of losing record. And despite giving up 5 runs in the top of the 9th, Angel Flores is the winner for the Legends. Can you believe that?
Pretty crazy. Never seen anything like it. As I mentioned, Flores got absolutely shelled in the top of the 9th, but on the score column, he has a win in his pocket, so he'll take it.
So 11-10 is your final score. Buccaneers now fall to 7-2 on the season, and they will be back tomorrow for a doubleheader. Who's that doubleheader against, Adam?
Arroyo Seco Sentinels, 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. respectively, and it will be live tomorrow, so come join us on YouTube.
Yes, so Adam and I will have the call So for Adam Glick, I'm David D'Amico from Long Beach City College, and thank you for watching this recording, and we will be with you tomorrow. You take care now.